First of all, realize the mainstream media is lying. The White House is lying. Most people are lying. Let's talk about why there's no ceasefire. Hamas has rejected it. The Hamas leadership has stated, both in Qatar and in Gaza, that there are going to be more October 7th attacks. Hamas has rejected a ceasefire. They said, we're going to continue these attacks. There's going to be more of them. Secondly, the senior leadership of Hamas, speaking from Qatar, said, after we kill the Jews, not the Israelis, all Jews, we're going to destroy and kill all the Christians. That is their agenda. It's not just about Israel. They want to kill all the Christians. This is not reported by the corrupt media or spoken about in the United Nations. So Hamas has rejected a ceasefire. Remember, there was no occupation of Gaza. No Israelis have been there since 2005. The people were not kept in poverty. They had an open border with Egypt, and every day Israel allowed food, water, medicine, and electricity to go into Gaza. They also allowed approximately 8,000 people in Gaza to cross the border to work in Israel every day, contributing to the economy of Gaza. There was no occupation, and they were not being held in poverty. The borders were open with both Egypt and Israel. The only thing the Israelis would not let them bring in are weapons, ammunition, explosives. They were screening for terror. There was no occupation, nothing like that. Yet Hamas attacked at the behest of Iran. The Israelis responded in self-defense. They want a ceasefire. There was a ceasefire from the previous time Hamas began firing Katyusha rockets at Israel. But they broke it on October 7th. They had a ceasefire and they broke it. They say now there'll be no ceasefire. It's got to be Palestine from the river, from the Jordan to the Mediterranean, no Israel. They reject it. How can you expect Israel to agree to a ceasefire that Hamas has rejected? Now, Hamas would like a unilateral ceasefire. They would like Israel to hold a ceasefire so they can reorganize and rearm to do it again, to do another October 7th, as they said they're going to do. The whole thing is absurd. Moreover, they use their own civilians, including children, as human shields. The Israelis are not targeting children or civilians. Hamas is using them as human shields. Knowing that the BBC and MSNBC will come in and say, see what the Jews did to the children. Israel could end this war by military means in less than a week. The only thing the Israelis would have to do to end this war in less than a week is do what they're being falsely accused of doing, targeting civilians. But they are limiting their targeting to reduce collateral damage and to kill as few of the civilians that Hamas is using as human shields as possible. If the Israelis wanted to end this war within a week, they could do it. All they'd have to do is what they're being falsely accused of doing. But they're trying to limit human casualties. Something else. Before the last attack, when Hamas broke the existing ceasefire, anybody, and particularly children, needing major surgery or major medical treatment not available in Gaza, were being medevaced into Israel for free surgery by the top surgeons in the Middle East at the top hospitals in the Middle East. The whole thing is a pack of lies. Occupation. They're being held under austere conditions. That's all a lie. They were imprisoned in Gaza. That was a lie. That they're targeting children. That's a lie. That they're refusing a ceasefire. Hamas has refused the ceasefire. It is all lies. These students and people you see protesting are either anti-Semites or stupid. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Most of them are stupid. Absolutely stupid, and don't know the realities of what they're talking about. You know who does know the realities? Muslim Arab governments. The government of Egypt knows the reality. Why is Egypt closing its border with Gaza? Because they know what Hamas is. It's all about Iran.